Welcome to episode 119 of Regen Rovers. Now, I've aimed today's episode the end of season 13, but it's not really the end. It's the end of our regular season. We're going to be playing our last two matches in the league, but we've got the playoffs to look forward to. We have fully confirmed our playoff spot, and we've also confirmed third place in the table. So we're definitely going to be taking on whoever finishes sixth in the table, which at the moment is Blackburn, but it could be Leeds, it could be Bolton, it could be Blackburn, or it could be Middlesbrough if there's a big turnaround in fortunes in the last two games. Norwich are champions. Watford have already got promoted as well. There's no chance of us going up automatically, unfortunately. They were just a bit too strong for us in the end. You can see Luna, top goal scorer. Hopefully he can continue his goal scoring run. Mark Ball up to 21 goals. He's scored over 20 goals for us every single season, over 20 league goals every single season for us. It's been a quieter year for him, but still not bad. He's almost scored as many as he did in his first season for us, but he's not going to beat last year, is he? 33 goals in all competitions, 30 in the league. No chance of catching that, surely, unless Mark Ball scores 3 hat-tricks, which I guess is possible. So our last two games of the season is against Bolton, who are definitely in the playoffs. 5th place, Bolton, away from home, and Swansea, 21st place Swansea. They have underperformed, and there's a real chance they will go down here. Wolves have dropped off. They had a really good time, didn't they? A couple seasons ago, they almost got promoted to the Premier League, but it looks like they're going to get relegated from the Championship this year. Since you last left me then, remember we beat Aldershot in the Hampshire Senior Cup final. We still haven't lost. Our last defeat was against Middlesbrough. We continued our winning run with a 1-0 win against Stoke. And it was a Matteo free kick that gave us all 3 points once again. Goalkeeper probably should have done better there. But Matteo, he's scored goals this year. He really has. Both our centre-backs have. All our centre-backs have. Don't think Lucas Long has scored, but Dix has scored. Pretty sure. Birmingham, 2-2 at home. A bit annoying, but they've got good strikers. That's what they're known for. Dario Downey scored against us in the past. He is exceptional, isn't he? What a player. And Mike Rogers as well. He's good. They've got really good strikers. I'm not surprised he scored. Vitor opened the scoring from us. I was talking about goal scoring centre-backs. Vitor has also managed to score quite a few of this. I think it's got 5 this season. And Mark Ball scored. Yeah, he's having a decent spell at the moment. Not scoring huge number of goals, but I think he's scored in 4 of the last 6 games, maybe, off the top of my head. It was a complete calamity from their goalkeeper, and Mark Ball, look at him. Great celebration. We then managed to beat Sheffield United 2-1. The team predicted to get promoted automatically. They really did underperform this season. This was the first goal then. Passmore played it short. He then crossed the ball in. It was headed away as far as Flanagan, who nodded it into the path of Luna, and he finished from a few yards out. And then Tusakovic came from another throw-in, actually. Passmore involved, crossed, headed away, Ramirez into the path of Flanagan, and he got his second assist, and it was a really nice touch around that defender and a Tusakovic special. Great strike. I like the way he hits the ball. An exciting and entertaining game against Fulham away from home. 3 goals in the space of 4 minutes. Mark Ball got the first one. Free kick from Vitor. Our 2 centre-backs. Matteo's got 12 on free kicks. Vitor's got 11. Luna put us 2-1 up after they managed to equalise in the 50th minute. Luna scored a minute later. And yeah, I thought, we're going to get 3 points here. But there was a bit of a setback. This was a great cross from Rutherford, by the way. I've been playing lately instead of Cochrane. Nice volley from Luna as well. Yeah, they equalised from the penalty spot in the 89th minute. But in the 91st minute, Luna got his second of the game and gifted us all 3 points. In regards to chances, as you can see, exactly the same. 2 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances. They had a lot more shots. We had slightly more possession. Yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased that we managed to get the win in this one. Mark Ball created it and Luna finished, and the Ultras loved it. Lots of games since you last saw me. 2-2 draw against Forest. We're just not quite holding on to wins at the moment. I think I might need to go a bit more defensive and stable when we're 2-1 up. Tusakovic took the lead for us. He's scored a couple of goals lately. He's a good player. However, he's never going to play for us again, I don't think. Well, never's a big word. I'll talk about that in a second. Him and Luna, I don't think they're going to be playing for us next year. It's very, very unlikely, in fact. And I will tell you why once we've seen this goal from, was it Mark Ball? I'll find out in a second. I can't quite remember what it said. Yeah, once again, I thought this would be the winner, but no. Forest managed to equalise. That's a good strike, isn't it, from a Cochrane cross. So you're probably wondering now, well, obviously you're wondering, about Tusakovic and Luna. So, they are both leaving. They have both signed contracts with San Jose in the MLS. So Tusakovic is leaving Watford and going over to the States, which is disappointing. And Luna's doing the same thing. He's joining on the 8th of July. Which is a blow because Luna's been magnificent. And I doubt we'll be able to get him on loan from... Although their seasons don't quite coincide, so that there might be a possibility. But I just wish I'd realised that the contracts were up. Although I wouldn't have been able to offer a contract because they play for teams in our division. So you can't offer early contracts, can you? So that wouldn't really have helped. They've just decided to leave England despite having both been really good solid players in the Championship, and we're going up. I'd have signed them. I obviously would have signed them. But yeah, it's really disappointing, that one. Up we go to Bolton then for today's first match. Quite a long journey up there, up to the Macron Stadium. As I've said before, is it still going to be called the Macron Stadium in 2031? Very, very unlikely. These are the teams. There are no surprises in our lineup. Passmore has kind of won that right back position. He's played well lately. Cochrane's back in the starting lineup. In for Rutherford too. He got one assist actually in the league, but other than that, wasn't amazing. And his average rating in the league is fairly poor. It's the Hampshire Senior Cup that is really boosting this average rating, but he's not a bad winger. He really isn't. So the Bolton team up front, Shane Jacobs, who's got 10 goals for them this season, their top goal scorer. They're looking to maybe build on the playoff position, move up to 4th. Doesn't really make any difference whether they finish 4th or 5th, but they don't want to finish 6th, do they? Because they'll have to take us on. We're going to beat them. I really don't want to face Leeds in the semi-final because we've never beaten Leeds, and having to play them twice, maybe we can beat them off in a one-off final, but in 2 semi-final games, I feel like it's just a little bit too much. But we got to be confident that we can beat anyone because we have managed to finish 3rd above everyone else. But the team that finishes 3rd, how many times have they actually won the playoffs? Maybe it's more than you think. Everyone kind of thinks, it's always 6th place that win the playoffs, but it's not actually, is it? I think 6th does tend to do fairly well because that's often the team with momentum driving into the playoffs, a late surge or something. Anyway, here we go. First highlight of the game. We've got it on... I think we've got it on the home tactic. We do. Is that brave? Going with the home tactic away from home against Bolton. We've kind of got nothing to lose. We're already in 3rd. We want to keep the momentum going. We've never actually lost against Bolton, strangely. I think we've played them 11 times, beaten them 6 times and drew 5. I did have a look before, but I can't remember now. So yeah, I'm going to go with the home tactic. Try and build this momentum a little bit. I think in the playoffs we'll probably go with the away tactic away from home and the home tactic at home, as Bayliss catches that one. We've not done anything so far though, have we? So maybe I will go away. Let's go away. We'll bring the defensive line back a bit. That's pretty much the only difference, to be honest. It's a free kick. Easy save for Bayliss. He made it look a little bit difficult, didn't he? And now Luna, maybe we can counter here. Now number 10. That wasn't a highlight. Just a few more games left for him to play for the club. It's really disappointing. Luna and Tusakovic, they won't be with us. It seems like they've been here ages because I know the last 2 seasons I've not been particularly consistent with the uploads. Here's Mark Ball. Yes, there we go. Luna with the assist, Mark Ball with the goal. But as I was saying, because the last 2 seasons have been a little bit drawn out, it does feel like I've had Tusakovic and Luna for a long, long time. But they've only been here 2 seasons, of course, both on loan for those 2 seasons. That was really good play from Luna. Where was the defence? I'm not complaining. Mark Ball's not complaining. He finishes. And now we've won a corner. Tusakovic to take, drives it in. Vitor heads it on. And how did that not go in? It was offside anyway, but that bounce, that was ridiculous. That's like a rubber ball, not a football. Do you see how many times it bounced between like the post and 2 players? crazy scenes. Sometimes the ball dynamics just make it sometimes turns into a ping pong ball, and other times it turns into a rubber ball apparently, and other times it's like a beach ball and it just flies into the stands. That's a good first half. Not a huge amount happened. Started off slowly, changed to the away tactic, made the difference, didn't it? Suddenly I think we just absorbed the pressure a bit, hit them on the counter with Luna there, and it worked. So we're going to go with this. The question is, when we play in the final, what do we go with? Probably depends who we take on. If it's Leeds, I think I'll have to go with the away tactic. It's to Sakovic. Curls it, good save by the keeper. We've been pretty good with the free kicks this year. Matthews scored 2, of course. Here's Luna round the back. Luna! Good save, and then it's behind. But here come Bolton. Burton Jones into Pearce. Into Jacobs. Cream crackers. Cochrane intercepts. Always had a strike from long range there. Always cracked it in. I do like a good Cornish wafer. Ramirez is a little bit tired. We're going to throw on Bilbo. Free kick in a dangerous position here. Tasakovic crosses it in. That was a bit strange. It's headed away as far as Cochrane. Cochrane, another cross. That's poor. That's a waste, isn't it? What was that all about? We're going to have a highlight here. The keeper pumps it long, out wide. Oh no, here they come. Here's Jacobs. Here he goes. He smashes it wide. Going to bring Rutherford on. Just thinking, do I need to make some defensive changes? Here's Mark Ball. Come on. Oh, he's fed it through to Luna. That was wonderful. But Luna doesn't take advantage, and he's missed a third clear-cut chance here. Well, 2 for him. That was a fantastic through ball from Mark Ball. How did he do that? I mean, he's got vision of 10. Maybe that helps. He's not exactly high, but, you know, it's better than 9, obviously. I'm going to take Luna off. It's not been his day. I'm going to play him as a deep line forward, though. And we will waste a bit of time, I think. Oliver. Here come Bolton. Is there one more chance for them? Oh, battered over the bar. They've not had any clear or half chances. Free kick towards the end. Headed away brilliantly by Passmore. I just praised him, but it hasn't gone through. And if we concede now, then they don't want praise, do they? That's cleared. Oh, that's strange. Here comes their goalkeeper. Clearing it. Someone get hold of it. Smash it, lads. Smash it. We've not had the chance to have the shot. Here's Oliver, though. Oliver feeds it through to Mark Ball. Mark Ball to finish the game. It's a fantastic save and another clear-cut chance miss. We've missed 3. We've scored 1. We should have won this quite comfortably. That was a fantastic save, though, to be fair. Tasakovic with the corner, headed away. And that's that. Looks like we're going to get the win anyway, unless they score in overtime here. It's through everyone, fortunately. Jacobs after it. Deep cross. Oh, lads, get rid of it. If they score here, Passmore, we're really fortunate there. I mean, the ref should have blown his whistle, to be fair. But, yeah, we made a bit of a meal of that in the end because we should have won 4-0 with all the clear-cut chances. And they were good. They weren't just... They were obvious clear-cut chances, weren't they? Matteo, man of the match at the back. Solid performance from our defence, I suppose, in the end. Most of their shots were from long range, I guess. Very pleasing win overall. I know I'm complaining about the clear-cut chances missed, but overall I'm pleased. So it's the last match of the season, of the regular season. The Plumbing Park faithful will be cheering us on, I'm sure. Swansea City have made their way over to Winchester for this one. We don't have a good record against Swansea. We've lost 3 times and only beaten them once and drawn once. They have good players, but they have certainly underperformed this season, and they still could get relegated. They're only 1 point above Walsall. We could relegate them. We can do Walsall a massive favour. All they need is a draw, and we can beat Swansea, and Walsall survive. I quite like Walsall, just for the fact that they've had an unexpectedly good time, haven't they? But this year, it hasn't been the case for them. By the way, Norwich, 100 points. They just got promoted from League One. Didn't they do that in real life, though? Didn't they get promoted from League One and then go straight up to the Premier League once upon a time? I feel like that happened. Yeah, I'm right. I can't believe it's that long ago. They finished first in League One, 2009-2010 season, then second, promoted to the Premier League the following season. It was the years of Grant Holt. Scored tons of goals for them. Anyway, team I'm going with, I've made no changes. Made 2 changes to the bench. Curtis coming for Oliver. Doran has come in for Delfonso. Let's get on with this. Let's end on a high. Going with the home tactic today. We should win this. Let's have a look at the Swansea team there. So Derek Kerr up front. Pacey, not bad looking at all. On the right, Jason East, youngster. He's only 18, but he looks really good, I must say. And on the left, Robbie Jones, Welsh left midfielder. A couple real players in there. Their best performing player is their goalkeeper this year, which does not really reflect well, does it, when your goalkeeper has to perform so well. But let's hope he doesn't play well against us today. And off we go. I want to keep Mark Ball scoring. I want to keep Luna scoring. Didn't do very well in the last game, of course. We need momentum going into the playoffs. I don't mind taking on Bolton again. They're currently in 6th place. We beat them pretty comfortably, didn't we? They didn't create anything against us, so I'm happy to take them on in 2 games. I'd feel confident that we can get through to the final if we do take them on. They almost got promoted last year. They've actually performed slightly worse this year, but they've Swansea taken the lead already. What the hell, lads, what are you doing? Wake up. That man Derek Kerr, I thought he looked dangerous. Well, we'll go attack and we've literally done nothing so far. Here we go, pass one with a throw in, back to Ramirez into the path of Cochrane, crosses it in to Sakovic. 1-1. That works so well. We've had a few goals where it's been Cochrane to Sakovic, but we're not going to see that for much longer, are we? With Sakovic leaving the club. It's a really good cross, but where's their right back? What the hell is he doing? Well, we're back into this, and now hopefully we can go on and dominate. Here's Flanagan into Ramirez. Delightful ball to Sakovic. Crosses it in. Mark Ball wins a penalty. Flanagan has the chance. He's not had a particularly good time lately, but hopefully this penalty will boost him a little bit. Up he steps, Howard Flanagan. Goal, just about. It wasn't the most convincing penalty in the world, but he gets his 8th goal of the season. We certainly have spread the goals around the team a lot more this year. I can't remember who our 3rd top goal scorer was last year, but I think we've got Flanagan and Sakovic on 8 each, Oliver's on 7, Matteo's got 5 or 6, so's Vitor. So yeah, it's not just been about the strikers this year, for the first time in quite a while, in fact. 2-1 at half time, we turned it around. We want better though, don't we? We want more. I'm going to speak to the strikers. Weren't that bad, but they can certainly do better. Luna's on a 6.5. If he's lost form just going into the playoffs, that's a little bit of a disaster. Maybe his head's been turned. He knows he's not at the club next year, but I'd hope he could repay the fans for their faith in him. He has had a wonderful season and could probably pick up player of the season this year. Be the first player to do it for a long time, because Mark Ball has won 5 in a row, of course. But if Mark Ball sends us up with goals in the playoffs, then perhaps he still has the chance to win that Player of the Season award. He's got the most assists, he's got the 2nd highest number of goals. I'm going to continue to attack. I want another goal. I think there's a bit of a break between now and the playoffs. No, it's usually semi-final to the final that there's a bit of break. I'm just thinking about resting players, but I will take Ramirez off actually, because he does get tired. I don't think he's quite as fit as the other lads. Corner, Sakovic crosses it in, Vitor heads wide. I think I'll go back to balance now. Here's Kay, long throw into the box, it's headed away as far as Bilbo. Into Flanagan, who's got space, Flanagan, into Kay, this is a chance. Kay all the way to Mark Ball, what a save. Well, that is why their goalkeeper has got the highest average rating for them, I think, because that was an exceptional save. Mark Ball, goal at his mercy. And somehow the keeper just flung himself across and kept it out. I don't understand how. It was a clear-cut chance, of course, but that's annoying as well, because it's affected him. It'll affect his confidence, I think, and his average rating there is 6.4. I won't take him off. I'll bring Ryan Curtis on for Luna, Rutherford on. Corner to Swansea, crossed in, headed away. Bilbo heads on. Can't clear it properly, though. And here's Frank. Hits it over the bar. Hopefully we can hang on for this, but we've missed a lot of clear-cut chances in today's episode, and I hope that doesn't come to bite us in the bum. Oh, Curtis has scored. What a strange goal. Keeper couldn't keep it out. Ryan Curtis with his 4th goal of the season. It's a long old throw from Kay, isn't it? As I was going to say, in the playoffs, if we miss those chances, we're not going up. We have to take our chances against the likes of Leeds, for example. That really was quite a strange goal. Oh, we're going to get a 4th here, right at the death. Kay to Sakovic, back to Kay. This is lovely play. Mark Ball! Off the crossbar. Really unlucky. Good effort from him. Well, there we go. The regular season ends, but it's not the end of our journey this season, because we're going into the playoffs. Let's have a look to see who we're going to take on in the semi-final then. But I must say, good performances from the team today. In front of goal, not the best. Nice to see Ryan Curtis get a goal. Nice to see Flanagan score from the spot. Tasakovic probably with the best goal of the game. Lovely cross from Cochrane. But Kay, man of the match, 8.1, really good at left back from him. Well, this is how the season has ended. We will be taking on Bolton Wanderers in the playoff semi-final. I'm happy with that. I think we've beaten them today. I reckon we can beat them over the 2 legs. Leeds, I really don't want to face in the final. I really don't want to. I hope Blackburn can win against them. Although I don't really know how we've performed against Blackburn this season. Let's just have a... Oh, we beat them 3-1 there. We've only lost against Blackburn once, and that was our second appearance against them. Since then, we've done really well. And against Bolton, I'll just show you, we have never lost. Look at that. 20 points in our own personal table, then they've only got 5 from the 5 draws. So we've got to feel confident against Bolton Wanderers. However, Leeds, we've played them 5 times and lost all 5 games. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, 2-0, 3-1. We've only scored against them twice. It doesn't look good if we have to take them on in the final. That's going to be a struggle. Oh, Swansea have avoided relegation. I didn't note that. Walsall, we did them a massive favour, but they lost their last game. Luna is top goal scorer. Of course, this could change in the playoffs. Maybe Zeus can catch him up. Hopefully Mark Ball can overtake Zeus. That would be nice. So just before I go, I'm going to answer 2 Ask the Manager questions. The first one is from Glenn B. I think I only answered a question of yours in the last episode, so lucky you. You've asked what happened to Perry Webb. I'm asking them in order, basically. That's why he's had the chance to ask 2, I suppose. Well, I'm going to show you what happened to Perry Webb. Some of you probably won't even remember him, but here he is. Do you remember him now? He played for us in the National League South. We signed him on a free from Woking. Had a very good first season, helped us get promoted to the National League. Started off brilliantly in the first 3 games, but then he was bought by St Mirren in the Scottish Premiership. But we loaned him back. Did okay, not bad at all, but it never really worked out for him after that. He went on loan a couple times, ended up playing for Queen's Park in the Scottish Championship, then dropped to League One, back to the Scottish Championship, and then ended up in the National League North, which is the same level that he started at, strangely. But he's an okay player. He's done all right. I mean, from the players that we've let go, he's probably one of the better ones. And lastly, Search Fit has asked, how old is George the cat? Good question. He's 11. We love George. I guess he's kind of middle-aged, maybe a little bit past middle-aged. Don't like thinking about death when it comes to George, of course. I don't want to be morbid. We love him. He's known Jenny his whole life, my wife. She got him just after GCSEs when she was 15. So, yeah, massive part of our lives. It's weird how pets, they are part of the family, aren't they? Pets, animals. Get that connection. And hopefully appear in a few more videos before the end of this series. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching episode 119. Hope you're looking forward to the playoffs. So the plan is, there will be a premiere for the playoff semi-finals. I'll probably play on extended for those 2 matches, just to draw out the tension a bit. And if we do get through to the final, I'll do that in a separate video. I think that worked quite nicely last season. So yeah, we'll do 2 matches, semi-finals, hopefully get through to the final and do a separate premiere for the final. But until next time, enjoy FM19, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.